Hey, what's up, folks? This is Pastor Merritt. This is your public service announcement. Stay tuned. This is one of the most critical points of time for anyone who indicate they are a follower of Christ. And so I have 3 points, and then I'm gonna get out your way. Here's the very first point. More than ever at this point in time, as Christians, we need to understand and realize that we are in a spiritual battle. And I think we need to do a better job as Christians and as the church to bring this to reality. That's why each and every day you need to rise. And I remember hearing this years and years ago from a gentleman named Hank Hanegraaff, for those who might know the Bible Answer Man. But Hank used to say this, that each and every day that I wake up, what I do is I pray that the Lord would empower me, fill me with his spirit so that I might be of service to him. Well, I think we need to do that. Ask that the Lord empower us and fill us with his spirit so that we can walk in a manner that glorifies him, so that we can resist the enemy so that he would flee. We need to make sure that we are empowered so that we can truly be ambassadors for Christ. The second thing is this: when we think about who we are as the children of God, when we think about who we are as ambassadors and representatives of Jesus Christ, you don't get to take days off or decide, I'm going to be a Christian today, but tomorrow I'm not. Or in this situation, I'm going to act in a Christian manner and I'm going to exemplify Christian standards, but in this particular area or avenue, I am not. In Romans, he identifies that it is the gospel that saves, that delivers us from unrighteous sin, and it delivers us to a state of righteousness. Because it's the work of Christ then we are without excuse when it comes to following the Lord. It demands that we then respond, and we have a choice. It's a very simple choice. We either accept or we reject. Are we going to follow the Lord or we're not going to follow the Lord? Are we going to seek righteousness or not seek righteousness? And so that is the decision that we have to make. One other aspect of following the Lord is submitting unto the Lord and to his lordship. And so that requires that we submit everything to the Lord. That means we submit every aspect of our lives unto the Lord. And so that means that you submit your relationships. That means you submit employment, your family. It means you submit every aspect is submitted to the lordship of Jesus Christ. You don't get to pick and choose what you're going to submit to and what you're not going to submit to. When it comes to our relationships, that means, you know what? I submit my relationships, whether it's my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my husband, my wife, my spouse, who the case might be. Submit that relationship unto the Lord, and that I seek the Lord to determine, okay, how should I act within this relationship? What should I be doing? How should I treat this individual? What type of care and respect and concern and love and dignity do I provide this individual I am in relationship with? But again, that all starts with, what does God say? What is the standard of the Lord? And so we need to make sure then that if we are truly going to be followers of Christ, then we need to submit every aspect of our lives unto Christ. So when I am out in the world, I need to demonstrate that I am a disciple of Christ. I need to demonstrate that I am following the Lord. I need to demonstrate that, you know what, when things are difficult and hard, my is Christ. And therefore, I'm going to turn to Christ and I'm going to identify what is it that he desires for me to do so that I can then exemplify that. Kendrick Lamar dropped a song last Friday on September 13th, 2024. And in the song, he seems to be saying the things that we should be promoting and speaking about, encouraging, we don't, but yet we'll speak about twerking and about killing another individual or being a tough guy or misogynistic things or sexual immorality. Those are the things that we will promote, but we won't promote, being righteous or being humble, as one of his songs states. And so Lamar in the song seems to be lamenting, but then he mentions two individuals who are followers of Christ. The very first is the Christian rapper Lecrae. And in his words, he says, I wonder what Lecrae would do. And then the second Christian rapper that he mentions is a gentleman named Dee-1. And he says, in essence, I wish I had the humility of Dee-1 to deal with the people that I'm dealing with within the industry. So what that tells me even today is this, that he's looking at these two individuals that I believe he has a pretty deep relationship with Lecrae. I'm not sure about Dee-1. He's looking at these two individuals are followers of Christ. They are faithful individuals, and he sees something in them that is righteous and godly that he doesn't see elsewhere. And so he's turning to them. He's turning literally to them and saying, I wonder how they would deal with this. I wonder how they would extend grace in this situation. And what that tells me is this: those individuals are living out their Christian walk practically. And so that's important for each and every one of us. It's important that you live out your walk practically so that people can see it. They can see evidence of it, and they can turn and they can say, oh, wait a second. That's how Christianity is evidenced, how it's demonstrated. And so the PSA for you, number one, first and foremost, make sure you understand that you are in a war, in a battle, a spiritual each and every day. And you need to be prayed up, and you need to be filled with the Spirit and filled with the power of God. Number two, you need to make sure that you have submitted every aspect of your life. And number three, you need to live out your Christian faith practically. If you do that, man, this world would be so much better, and the body of Christ would be so much stronger. Hopefully this makes sense. God bless y'all. Peace.